welcome everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the gate. Now it's around the corner. It's on 12th of February. Because I mean we are just going to discuss about XC and Excel, that is engineering science and life sciences. And when I was going through the questions, what I saw is like people had asked like some of the questions that was not up to the up to the point, but yeah, all there were a lot of questions that was really what should be the last moment for the food engineering or for the food technology, for microbiology, for how to attempt the questions related to chemistry, and what the formula that we should go forward. But yeah, ultimately there were question like कि, uh, what should be the strategy, and know how to finish everything in last, or if I haven't started how to. So see, I'll just tell you one line. Gate is not something that you can do in 10 days and 12 days or 15 days, right? It is just something that we are going to improve, or we are going. Okay, so now another thing is, uh, we are going to discuss one by one the experiences of everyone. We'll like to start with Ankita Patil, because she is the recent one who has appeared for the GATE examination. Okay, so with the recent models, that the paper got changed from the 2020, 2021, it started third year and fourth year. So no, 2022 Ankita Patil, then Somaya is 20. Okay, so yeah, so I'd like to request Ankita Patil to share her views with how she cope up with the last minute, like let's say 10 days and 12 days, or even 20 days left. Okay, as time passes, it gets difficult, right? While discussing all the, there are four subjects, even it is XC or Excel, whatever it is. You have food engineering, you have mathematics, you have either chemistry or mathematics, then general aptitude overall, right? And coming to everyone has like, it is gate exams is more over kind of application, and the questions is to be asked while no mixing up the concept. So yeah, Ankita, please.
Yes, sir. So, hello everyone. Basically, I can say like all of you are going through a lot of pressure because now only 10 to 15 days are left for GATE exam, and so the scenario is same almost for everyone. So, for last minute, what I will suggest is do not go for any new topics because till now whatever you have covered, even though you haven't covered your all syllabus, then it's okay. But whatever you have covered, whatever we have taught, so that is more than enough for now. Now what you have to do is just go for the revision, and in revision also do not go for reading your whole notes or reading thoroughly your notes or reference book, because now you do not have that much time. So now what you can do is whatever short notes you have made for your microbiology, you have the tables. For food microbiology also there are tables regarding food spoilage. So revision of all those short notes or tricky note is there, that is the one thing. Then to revise the formulas regarding chemistry, that is physical chemistry. Then in food engineering section also there are lots of formula. Do practice that formula. And the third important thing is practice the questions. Practice previous year paper, give test series, analyze your paper, like why this answer is there, and rest of the options are for what question can be asked regarding rest of the options. So analyze the paper likewise. So these 3 points are very important whenever we go for last minute strategy. So this I will
Right.
suggest.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, Ankita. So, whatever Ankita told is very true. See, when you have a whole year, you have already studied a lot. If you're preparing, you're really warrior for GATE examinations. This 20 days, what you have to do is you have to just go with the important points while teaching, while reading. Already, with analyzing previous question, what topics are really important for you, right? Now coming to some of the tabular charts will be there, some of the analysis would be there that you have to follow, of course. Now Ankita Patil is to teach chemistry and microbiology, so she told the important things how to go for that, right? Now coming to Mansi is a fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, and mathematics mentor, of course, and a general aptitude as well. So she has a very good application and a hold on mathematics related arena. So I'd like to ask Mansi, how is your journey and how I would like to suggest you with the students like last 20 days to deal with.
Yes, the same thing I will repeat that you have to just do whatever you have done. The main thing that you have to focus now in the last 15 days that you have to retain that what you have covered. Okay, whatever the subject it may be, it doesn't depend on the nature of that subject. The main thing that you have to do is as much as you can test yourself, like you can improve in these 15 days, है ना? You can work on that, and you only have to work on retention part, that you have to retain what you have learned till now. So work on, and how you can retain that after multiple revisions. So don't greed for more knowledge now, don't greed for more questions. Now just settle for the things that you have completed, satisfy yourself with that portion. Whatever you have completed, just revise that and do the test series that you can do, because still you can improve. There is a chance for improvement till now. So what you
Sure.
can do, you can prepare your day, that you can divide your slots into a very small specific targets and try to achieve those, okay, in each day. So what you can do, you can you can make a plan for a week, like how you will be going to give the test series, and what your day should be. Like you have to be very specific that you will do this, otherwise you will like in this last 15 days you will waste your time, and you will do that you will start doing the new topics and you will not revise it.
Right.
So the planning is the main key. Not only the strategy, for completing the syllabus needs a strategy. Revision also needs a strategy. So
Yeah.
focus on that. Okay.
And another thing is, a lot of students once he ask like the how to finish the syllabus in last 20 days. I feel that's what I was talking about. That was really absurd question. In 20 days, what you can go for is like just revising, most of the
Revising and
important
test.
topics. Yeah, true, true. I mean, test series is really important, and even if you go for the previous year paper also, it takes even you are going to appear one test series every day, even previously is 2020 or 2019. So it is going to more than 1 to 2 days to give the test, analyze all the question papers, and
Exactly.
reading all the concepts related to that. Even I have felt the same thing when I was there for 2020. Okay, so please, whatever Mansi told is really important. You should just go with according to the test series and even in last 20 days, I believe if someone is able to crack all the test papers, previous year papers along with a mock, it is going to much more enough. And don't be a greedy for new concepts, of course. Yeah. Thank you, Mansi. Yeah. So, well, moving ahead, Manu would be telling he has been teaching biochemistry and biotechnology, and he is also a decent rank. Okay, so I just forgot to mention the background of everyone. So Manu Shankar has done his masters from IIT Guwahati. Mansi is currently doing PhD in IIT Roorkee, and she has also done in chemical engineering from IIT Guwahati. Ankita Patil is from ICT Mumbai. She has qualified GATE in last year 2020. Now, Sumaya Fatima is a mentor of food technology and thermodynamics, even mathematics as well. And she has been offered with IIT Kharagpur, and she is currently studying in doing masters in SBTU Kanpur. So yeah, moving ahead. Yeah, Manu, please tell your how was your journey and what you'd like to tell in this last 20 days to do.
Yeah, apart from what Ankita and Mansi said, I would like to add that it's highly important to stay put and stay calm. Okay, like when once the clock start ticking now, like once we realize that only 10 days or only a week is remaining, your heart starts thumping. So it's highly important to through put, and once if we aren't staying calm, we won't be able to deliver what we have accumulated throughout the year of preparation. And adding on to what Mansi said, we have two strategies. One is for preparation, one is for how exam, like how we should be tackling the exam. By the time we should have completed our preparation strategy, जितना भी पढ़ना है उतना ही रखना है. We shouldn't be going for further topics and all. And now our goal is to put those whatever we have studied throughout the year into good effect. Okay, so now we have to have an idea of how we'll be attempting what we'll be doing when in the exam hall. So for that we should be simulating like giving test series, like having test multiple tests and just analyzing as a whole, not part by part. Doing it part by part, I guess the time for that is over. For we should be like having an idea of how we'll be handling the exam as a whole for now.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got this is a really good bifurcation for the this time. Now what Manu told is right. Two things. First, next for the last 30 days. I mean 20 days, and then for the exam, it is really important. See whatever happens. I have seen people like last 2 years. This is the third batch of mine at Agrivision for you, and I've seen there are students who was really performing outstanding, and because of some last day, they couldn't had food or got food poisoning, and they spoiled whole year hard work and whatever they can do, right? So please take care of one thing. Whenever it happens in the last day, you be ready with all this. Although we'll be releasing the instructions on LinkedIn and social media pages, whatever the important thing that you have to go with. Okay, like taking the admit card, reaching on the this test college or wherever your intents is there. Okay, now getting enough food or getting enough sleep, those are the very common things that everyone tells, of course, that you have to take care of. Even though we students are aware of all this, but what happens at the last moment is like we get panic. Okay, what will happen, what we don't get sleep enough, so start making cycle like that. Okay, so now it's 20 days, and it is obviously it is said that almost 20 days, and 21 days takes to get any habit, of course, and this is a very good time to develop that even. You can start sleeping in proper time, and you can get, and another good thing I'll tell you what you can do with my experiences. At the time of examination, whenever either it is a 12 to, I mean 9 to 12 or 2 to 5, whatever your timing is there, start giving taste in that time, and after that start taking a break and analyze that. Okay, but engage yourself either in studying or giving paper in that duration, because you have habit. See, our mind works like that, right? Whenever you have something in your let's say you are studying in night, some of the people are they are very productive in night, there are some of the people are very productive in morning schedules, right? But how it happens, right? It is a it's effect of consecutive days. When you're kind of let's say someone is working in morning 7 a.m. or someone's waking at 5 a.m. After a month, if you'll see, you'll start waking up at the perfect time automatically, even don't waste, right? So it happens because of continuously we are following the same pattern or timing. Okay, so please do that. That is going to make an impact on your studies and our concepts, of course, and how much productive you are. Because after lunch and all, no, we feel kind of dizziness, I feel kind of taking a nap. So please don't do that. Okay, start following one schedule, because next 20 days you just prepare. I'll give example. For any war, for any match of 6 hours one day, or 22 match of 3 hours, cricketers practice for a whole month and years, right? For like this, heard of Usain Bolt, for a 1 minute of running, they practice for 4 years for getting in Olympic, right? So you can give a lot of examples to how to get that habit. Okay, now coming to you might many of the students have already know Sumaya Fatima. She has been a mentor of food technology. Okay, she has also very good experience with a very good rank, and from the same background. So would like to know the experience of Sumaya, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So, coming to the preparation strategies and the revision strategies that you need to follow. Firstly, I would like to say key you need to prepare a proper strategy for revision, which is a must. You need to cover all the topics that you have studied. And the next part is attempting the examination. Like, you have to strategize how you'll be attempting the exam because you have four subjects, right? You'll have to choose key which part you'll have to attempt first, the next one, and after that the most strongest part that you have, like for example you have food technology, that is very strong, then you go for that first. Mathematics आपको नहीं पसंद उसको लास्ट पे छोड़ दो, मतलब it depends on you how you get acquainted with the subject. That is very important कि how you're attempting the exam. And Yeah, get acquainted with the gate calculator. It is very important, I tell everyone, because most of the XC students have a mathematical background. They need they have to use the calculator. So you need to get acquainted with it, which is very essential, and not in the mobiles, in the laptop or in the computer, because there you'll have to type and that takes time. So you need to get acquainted with it, get the practice of it. And yeah, as my fellow colleagues have said कि आपको revision करना है, proper strategy banana hai, so that you don't skip out on any topic, and you need to be very like you have studied, like I'm just repeating what they've said. If you're clear with certain thing, go into the depth of it, practice more and more questions on it, so that that topic would be clear. Usse koi bhi question aata hai that you can crack it, right? That's all, I guess, more or less, people have told you. Yes sir.
Yes, thank you, Sumaya. One of the very important point that I even forget, calculator. So when I was there, I know a lot of people had just you know they were not able to use calculator, and that time mathematics is the one subject that one just one digit has been changed and whole numericals will just class, right? It'll whole hard work will just go on waste. Another thing I'd like to mention here is even the 1 marks is really important. Please avoid negative marking, okay? We may not have a last another webinar or something, but while coming to certain important points, it is calculators you can write down. Calculator is important. You have to practice with the calculator, and of course with the laptop version or desktop version. The second thing is avoid negative marks. you know you even get 20 marks also, that is not a problem, but don't lose 10 marks in negative. We become greedy. Mansi told very good word, we become greedy while last moment, while coming to question, attempting the question. Okay, this two, it gets right, we'll get 2 marks more, but that doesn't happen. So okay, so the negative marking one, what we were discussing is like, only focus whatever you have covered till date, only go for the revision of the notes that you have prepared till now. Also focus on the previous year papers. Go, and also while going with the previous year papers, don't tick mark only the right options. If you know, okay, fine, also go with the what was wrong and why it was wrong. Let's say there are 4 options, go to the all 4 options. This will give a whole kind of clarity, because see, concepts are fixed, syllabus is fixed, even IIT makes where they'll be making. So if you know what the wrong happened, you know that topic, you know that word, and that is going to help you to solve the next year papers, because this will be somewhere related to that, right? So you have to focus. And now I'll just like to take some of the questions people has asked in the mm, timetable for preparation. uh, I don't feel kind of right now timetable for preparation, just whatever we have told. Now tips for chemistry. I would like to call Ankita for that. Any chemistry tips if you like to, and if you like to tell with your mistakes that has happened.
Yeah, okay, so okay. So if you have a such type of thing in your mind, like organic is difficult now, how to deal with that? Now you do not have the sufficient time to go with the basics of organic. What you can do is just you can revise the formula which are there for physical chemistry, because physical chemistry is mostly based on the formula. Whatever you have learned till now, you can apply those formula. You can analyze the previous year papers, because if you have analyzed the previous year paper for chemistry, so in that the concept is basically same, only you will get the question is little bit of changing, but the theory behind that, suppose the equation from chemical kinetics, suppose a question is there from chemical kinetics, so the method to solve that question would be little bit of similar to your previous year paper. So what you can do is you can solve the previous year question which are there for chemistry, and just you can revise the formula for physical chemistry, because that if you forget the formula, even if you get confused in the formula, then you will not be able to solve the question. So that wise you can score good in the case of chemistry, and if you have the good command on organic, then it is better, because that will help you to get the good rank, because most of the people go for physical chemistry only, but some are there who have good command on organic, then it will help you to get the good rank. So that you can do in the case of chemistry.
Right, thank you, Ankita. So now I'd like to call Mansi for this question. How to score well in general aptitude?
So for general aptitude, your base should be the previous year questions. There are so many questions from so many branches. You don't need to go for any other book or any other sources. I think your base material should be first of all your branch questions, then you can go for other related branches. As I can tell you, if you have completed your branch questions, then you can go for other branches like mechanical and chemical. Only that much practice will make you very confident for aptitude, and aptitude is so vast, you cannot cover that in this 15 days, right? So you
True.
cannot, this is infinite. You can be like practicing whole year and still you are not be able to solve the question on the examination day. So be like apply the cost benefit ratio, like put your efforts on that area only, which will provide you more score. So like you can read the mind of the IIT professor, like how which pattern they follow in making the aptitude section. So you can learn that by solving the questions of previous year questions only. So if you are searching for more questions, go for other branches previous year questions again. So that's
Right.
you can do for aptitude.
Right, right. Thank you, Mansi. Now, another question I would go forward with Manu. Know how to deal with the MSQ question if someone's facing MSQ questions, multiple select questions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to, before that, I would like to add upon what Mansi said. Aptitude is one area where you can score easily 100%. Okay, you can prepare whole for the whole year, and yet you can make mistakes, and you can go
True.
unprepared, and still you can score 100%. That's one
True.
area. So
True. True.
okay,
Oh,
except
exam.
for like other subject matters now, however we prepare, it's highly cumbersome to score 100%. I had in my experience, I had scored 14 out of 15 for aptitude in my gate BT two
Oh,
times.
great. Yeah.
So and that with minimal preparation. So I always apply your maximum efforts to score 100% in aptitude. Okay. Then coming to the current question, MSQs are one area that will always confuse you. Okay. One thing to note is that there is no negative marking in MSQs. So always attempt every MSQs possible. And in MSQs, there is highly little chance that only a single option is correct. So at least two or three options are correct most of the time. So we can apply probability there. Okay. And the for me, what has worked is that elimination strategy. Like we can eliminate out the wrong answers. Okay, I have always gone with that because the wrong answers are mostly the most obvious ones. Okay, so I eliminate the ones which are most obvious and then go for the
Right.
which are right.
Very, very good strategy. I found it right because now you know that it is two or three are right. So the try to find out which one is the wrong one. So if you found out wrong one, you got 2 marks. So this is really good. Good,
Yeah,
good,
like
good. Yeah,
only we are most likely that four of them are right or one of them are right. So obviously, at least two or three are right. Most probably, we can't be sure. Okay, so we have to make some. We can. It's not we have to. We can make some educated guesses and take some educated risks at that time.
true, true. Agreed, agreed on that. Yeah. So, Sumaya, I'd like to. There has a question. The question is, I'll just summarize it. The question is, what marks that you can expect according? Let's say there are a lot of people with a different, duration of preparation, right? So, what should be the decent mark to get qualified in XC and Excel with your experiences, with your students' experiences?
Like you mean to ask the cutoff?
Yeah, of course, according to the distance, it's a cutoff, of course. So
Yeah.
decent marks means generally people don't go for cutoff. They means that at which score we can get into the college.
Acha,
That's what
okay,
that.
understood. Understood.
Yeah,
Uh, if you're preparing from a year or so, at least 80. I mean, it's just too much, I guess. But yeah, more than 60 marks would be enough to get into a
true.
college because there are
So yeah,
not many people, na? So you can get
yeah,
there with 60
true,
marks.
true. The problem happens. I totally agree with Sumaya. The problem happens because of in Excel and Excel there are a lot of people comes with the two combinations, right? Atmospheric ocean wale, polymer science, then this life sciences people, then food technology people. So of course, if you're able to get 60 to 70 marks, you can get because your competition is going to be with your guy only. So that is the one thing that makes a bad or good effect both. I can say, right. Okay, so 60 to 70, you target for 70 to 75 because that is a good score. You can target for 100, of course, but yeah, targeting a good, I mean, nominal score would be, I would request. Now, so target above 60, that is one of thing. Now, I'd like to call Mansi for one thing.
Sir,
There
actually,
are,
I want to add one more thing that for
please.
XC students, there is one data that GATE has released कि students इस साल बहुत कम enrolled हुए हैं. So it is a good chance
Oh,
for all of you that you can, if you prepare less, you will be able to score good this year because you have less
oh, wow.
competition. ठीक है? So it is a
Nice,
good
nice.
news for all of you that if you prepare less, you will be getting a good rank this year.
Right, right. If competition is less, so, oh, yeah, sorry, right, right.
Exactly.
I got it.
4,000 around students are enrolled this year only.
Really?
4,000.
If
Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh, this will be like really good because at my time also it was more than 6 hours, 6 to 7 thousand. Last year it was
Exactly.
25,000, 24,000 something.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली सर बहुत ज्यादा रिड्यूस हुआ है इस
Oh,
साल बल्कि
oh,
सारे
which
ही
is
ब्रांचेस में रिडक्शन हुआ है सो इट इज अ वेरी गुड ईयर फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू कि जिनकी थोड़ी बहुत भी प्रिपरेशन हो रखी है दे विल बी गेटिंग अ गुड रैंक बिकॉज
maybe
कंपटीशन कम हो गया है
maybe people has thought that कि इस बार आईटी कानपुर बना रहा है, ऐसे कंपटीशन
छोड़
होगा इस साल नहीं मारता, अगले साल करते
अगले साल करते
हैं।
हैं
ट्रू ट्रू, यही आईटी कानपुर जब बनाता है तो जेई का भी था, वो भी ऐसे ऐसे लोगों का रहता है परसेप्शन कि आईटी कानपुर बना तो शुड बी सो हार्ड,
तो
इस साल तो
हार्ड
स्किप करते हैं अगले साल के लिए तैयारी करते हैं।
राइट
तो ठीक है, मानसी आपके लिए क्वेश्चन है, एक से टिप्स फॉर फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स एंड मैथ्स अगेन, एप्टीट्यूड भी है
और
बट मैं एप्टीट्यूड आपने बता ही दिया है, तो एक से टिप्स फॉर फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स थर्मोडायनेमिक्स और मैथमेटिक्स क्योंकि आपका वो पार्ट रहा है।
for fluid mechanics and mathematics there is no like such tips for I think the different tips for this subject because these subjects also require the prior knowledge you cannot start the subject now if you haven't
राइट,
completed yet don't do it now okay so the suggestion that I can give you for these subjects that if you have prepared it well then only stick with the previous year question solve that and give test series if you can solve the subject wise test series for these subjects solve it up to the end of the month of January okay and the main thing that I want to address here is that the test series is for analyzing that like how you will be going to give the test like how you will be going to give the examination like the pattern that you will develop already one speaker already addressed this issue that you have to be very sure that which pattern you will be following on that particular day so develop that by giving the test series and if you want to like practice those tests those subjects what you can do you can make an index of the subject that ठीक है ये topic है broad topic is this and the subtopics are this like that you can revise fluid mechanics and for mathematics there is no such revision like you have to do the previous year questions again and again and revise the formulas that's it that you can follow for these two subjects
right. That is a very good point. Even I would like to just highlight on that. Make a index and make a pattern of yours. There are a lot of people. What I followed is three round policy. What it means, I attempted everything, whole paper in 1 hour. I just went whatever I could do very easily. In second round, I did a little bit hard questions,
moderate
and third
level
round yeah, moderate level questions, and in hard question, the maximum difficult question I attempted in last 15 to 20 minutes because I was knowing, I'm sure that I could just do one or two out of five or 10, right? So that's
right.
how I just attempted like so. So you can go for three round policy or Mansi. You have anything else? How you attempted? You can tell
Exactly, sir. That's what like what student asked from me that how ma'am I will be identifying those questions that is easy or that is moderate or that is hard, right?
with
So I
practice.
like with practice and with giving test series because some of the questions are very lengthy but still easy, right? It's
True.
having only two line solutions. So by practicing you will be getting this. there is no shortcut available, no like one day trick available in the market. You have to go for the test series, you have to sit for 3 hours. And the sir already added this, that you have to make yourself habituated with the slot that you have having in your real examination day. If you are having afternoon slot, go for the afternoon slot, sit on that particular slot. And after giving the test, don't neglect the importance of the analysis of the test series. ठीक है ना? You have to
True.
analyze the test series very be specific while analyzing the test series. The questions that are main culprit in your performance in the is the wrong questions that you are attempting. So the you have to first go for the questions that you have attempted wrong, because you were thinking that you will be going to get the correct marks for these questions, right? But still you are getting wrong. So there will be some lack of concept, maybe a silly mistakes, maybe some calculation mistakes. So you have to go first for that. Then you have to see the left questions that you have left. This is the main strategy you have to follow for analysis, because for giving the test there will be some unique patterns that you have developed till now, or maybe you will develop it. But for analysis, this is the method, this is the main method that you can that you can use for analysis. The third thing is, usually students ignore the questions that have they have corrected, like they have
Yeah,
attempted correctly, है ना?
true.
But while giving the test you make some guesses, ठीक है, ये टिक कर देता हूँ, ठीक होगा. बट जब आप उसका
Yeah,
एनालिसिस करते हो, यू अवॉइड दैट क्वेश्चन. तो दोबारा से देखो उसको, एनालिसिस तभी कंप्लीटेड है, अदरवाइज वो आप अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई कर रहे हो, बाकी कुछ नहीं
true.
कर रहे हो. ठीक है.
So yeah, these are very important points. Please note it down and just follow, stick to that. You'll be performing very high, truly. Okay, so there's another question is what is a decent score that I've the question was what is the decent score if you haven't covered the whole syllabus, of course. It can be anything that what you can achieve. How much revision time should we give to particular topic at this last moment? Also, that is a very subjective, because how much you have prepared for any subject and how much deep with any subject or any topic, that decides how much topic. I mean, how much time you should put forward for any question or something.
Yes, sir. But for generally, I can tell students how to like plan their day. मैं journal आपको एक overview दे सकती हूँ. What you can do if you are having a exam in your afternoon slot, you can divide your day in 3 slots. First slot should be the revision slot. The second slot should be the test series where you will be giving the test series, and third slot should
Yeah,
be the analysis slot. So this
analysis.
is how you can make your day. You can target, you can decide your targets for the starting of the day, then giving test series, then analyzing. This should be your day look like. You can
Right.
prepare accordingly.
True, true. Good. So there is another query. I would like to go with Sumaya. How to remember formulas for thermodynamics and for food engineering part? Sumaya has been teaching these two subjects. If you can hear me,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
For the numerical part, right? I mean, if you need to remember the formulas, you need to write them. I mean, that is what I feel best. Key, write it and learn it. And yeah, not only mugging up the formula is important. You need to know how to use that, how to apply that numerical into that numerical part. That is also very important. So prepare the मतलब topic wise आप questions numerical की जो formulas है note down कर सकते हैं, and then you can remember it for both thermodynamics and food. And more or less some formulas are same in both of these subjects, so that would be easier to remember, right? Yes.
Yeah, writing is really helps in memorizing, I believe, because this is also has been. I used to make a A4 sheet and remember this everything. Manu want to say something?
Raju, I actually wanted to add one thing. Ki
Please.
in questions and like during and attempting questions for this regarding these equations, one thing that I have done is that by using the units, by checking whether the units are coming in match or not, and in
Right.
that way we can avoid the wrong answer. That's one thing I wanted to add.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. I mean, oh, this is a very important point. Most of the times we feel so we should do it, right? Okay, now coming to the next question, I would like to go with Mansi. Uh, uh, Someone has asked, mock tests are important, or it will be okay if you only solve old question papers.
If you have not done yet the previous year questions, so you don't have any time right now to go for mock test, because you are
Yeah.
asking a such question, it means that you haven't done the previous year questions. So if you
Yeah.
haven't done the previous year questions, so you have to do the previous year questions first, because like almost you have more than 20 years I think question for XC branch. I am not sure about XC branch. So agar 20 branches ke aapke paas 20 years ke, if you have the previous year questions, so you have to solve that first and treat each paper as a mock test. So you can
True.
analyze your, like you can see the score of yourself and the score of the top ranker this year on that particular year, and you can see the difference between both of them. So that will be
Right.
like a much good approach to go with if you haven't done the previous year questions yet.
Right. Another thing is, there's a one very good question. Of course, it is required for everyone. Someone has mentioned it. How to stay motivated after the test series mark?
How to stay motivated?
After the test series mark.
See, test series is not prepared by IIT professors. So they are prepared by like students or maybe educators, है ना? So they are not IT professors. So you can be motivated that ठीक है, असली exam तो अलग होगा.
Right, right. And another thing is like, okay, so this is, I mean, this is something I'll tell you. So whatever you marks you get, you have to happy that yes, I'm not getting negative, and try to reduce try to reduce the negative marks as much as you can. Every paper that you can feel, look, let's reduce, this, let's increase 5 more marks, or plus 5, or plus 2 plus 3 plus, let's say, decrease the negative mark or increase the positive mark. So this is how one thing that you can do. Of course, man should like to add something.
हाँ ऐसा कर सकते हो. What you can do, you can let's say like initially you are starting that doing the test series है ना. Obviously everyone will get the less marks in test series, because test series are designed as such a way that you will be getting some questions that are like really difficult. They are not
True,
every time balanced. Okay, so it is designed in a such a way that it will help you to develop the habit to solve the questions for difficult type of questions as well, right? Because some of them have a hesitation मतलब in reading the questions also, है ना. तो
true,
उसी के लिए टेस्ट सीरीज ऐसे प्रिपेयर की जाती है. समटाइम्स लेंथी क्वेश्चंस आर पुटेड टू द टेस्ट सीरीज, एंड समटाइम्स लाइक लेंथी क्वेश्चंस आपको पता लगे कि विच क्वेश्चन टू एलिमिनेट, क्योंकि गेट में भी यू डोंट हैव टू सॉल्व ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चंस, वहां पे भी एलिमिनेट करके आने हैं, वहां पे भी छोड़ के आने होते हैं क्वेश्चंस, है ना.
true,
तो वो कौन से होते हैं वो आपको टेस्ट सीरीज सिखा सकती है. एंड बाय द टाइम यू विल लाइक ट्रस्ट द प्रोसेस, एक एक करके टेस्ट दो, यू विल बी इम्प्रूविंग. वेट फॉर दैट डे, उसके लिए वेट करो कि हाँ इम्प्रूवमेंट होगा. बट अगर आप सोच के बैठ जाओगे कि ठीक है आज अच्छे मार्क्स नहीं आए, तो फिर तो आगे पेपर में भी गंदे ही आएंगे, है ना. तो
वही
आपको
वही.
क्या करना है कि आपको प्रोसेस पे ट्रस्ट करना है. ऑब्वियसली अगर आपके मार्क्स कम आ रहे हैं, एक्सेप्ट इट, डोंट बी इमोशनल. ओके, वो टेस्ट सीरीज एज
True,
इट इज पेपर में नहीं आने वाली है, पेपर में अलग टेस्ट आएगा. ठीक है, तो आपको और देखो पेपर ऐसा डिजाइन किया जाता है कि इट इज वेरी मच बैलेंस्ड, इजी भी रहते हैं क्वेश्चंस, मॉडरेट भी
true,
रहते हैं, और कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं दैट इज लेंदी, तो वो आपको छोड़ने होते हैं वैसे भी. ठीक है ना. तो आप इस तरीके से प्रिपेयर करो कि सेटल लाइक प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ फॉर एटलीस्ट मॉडरेट लेवल क्वेश्चंस. तो टेस्ट सीरीज में बस उसको
true.
करो, और बाकी नेग्लेक्ट ऑल ऑफ देम. डोंट जज योर सेल्फ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्कोर, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन स्टूडेंट्स स्कोरिंग वेरी गुड मार्क्स इन टेस्ट सीरीज एंड स्टिल नॉट गेटिंग द रैंक,
True.
राइट. हाँ, सो डोंट लाइक वेरी इमोशनल विद योर मार्क्स. ठीक है, लॉजिकल रो लॉजिकल पेपर है.
Right, right. Very true. Okay, so now let's go for the last round of the webinar. If anyone has any question, they can ask. They'd like to give a concluding remarks for by everyone with the best of luck. Yeah, please. You can raise your hands. You can ask your questions if anyone's have. Although we have covered everything, I believe. No, moreover, this is walking is important rather than just whatever the motivation that we'll have that remains for a one day. Okay,
Raju,
so
I would like to emphasize on one thing, that one
please.
mistake I did. Okay, like last when I attempted gate, I was so tense that I actually skipped sleep for that week. Okay, so it's
Oh,
and when I attempted the actual gate, through God's grace, I got good marks. But I also had not just to battle the questions, but I also had to battle my sleepiness.
oh,
Okay, so it's extremely important to have a good sleep at least of 6 hours before the exam. Okay, on the exam date or at least for throughout the week. You obviously will be having anxieties, but please have enough sleep so that you don't have to battle sleep, just you will have to battle the questions only.
True, true, true. This is a really important thing that please don't neglect that, because when you're not having a good sleep, no, you will surely do some mistakes, of course. I mean, it is really so I haven't felt okay. So what I had is I had dark chocolate. I bought that dark chocolate and I had in morning, my exam was 9 to 12. I had in morning 8 a.m. if the whole dark chocolate it was a big one, and that helped me, of course, because of this tension, this stress that I had in last night, I couldn't sleep. Even tried. I tired myself by walking a lot, but I couldn't sleep. After a hour, just I woke up. So it happens, everyone. Please make a schedule. That was really good point. Yeah. So yeah, coming to last concluding remarks, I would like to go with Sumaya and others as well. Yeah, Sumaya, please. Last message.
Practice well and be prepared. Best of luck, guys. It's your time. It's
Yeah.
really the time that you
Uh,
need to do
and
this.
there's a good news that Mansi has already told there's a very less registrations. So please, you can avail this benefits. It is one time opportunity. Ankita, please.
So already all the mentors have told everything. So I would like to say best of luck. Be prepared.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Mansi, please. Last message.
हाँ
Not last.
ऑलरेडी सर ने बोला कि 20 days आर इनफ टू मेक अ हैबिट तो आई सजेस्ट यू कि अभी लास्ट टाइम पे इफ आपने वर्क नहीं किया अपने माइंड पे राइट अ स्ट्रॉन्ग माइंड इज वेरी रिक्वायर्ड इन दिस गेट एग्जाम ठीक है अगर आपकी प्रिपरेशन कम भी हो रखी है मैंने आपको एक गुड न्यूज़ ऑलरेडी दे दी है ना कम स्टूडेंट्स हैं तो आप स्ट्रॉन्ग माइंड मतलब अपने माइंड को कंट्रोल करना सीखो वहां पे एग्जाम में यू विल फील वेरी एंशियस आपको क्वेश्चंस पढ़ने का मन नहीं करता है आपको लगता है कि अब तो मैं फेल पक्का हो
True.
गया आई विल गिव टेस्ट इन नेक्स्ट ईयर ये सब कुछ मैं इसलिए बता रही हूँ क्योंकि आई हैव मेंटर्ड सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स तो मेरे पास इतना एक्सपीरियंस है कि मैं आपको बता सकती हूँ तो आप छोटा सा भी अगर कुछ कर सकते हो ना अपने लिए यू कैन स्टार्ट डूइंग मेडिटेशन 15 मिनट्स 10 मिनट्स इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट इन द एग्जामिनेशन डे वो पूरा दिन बदल जाएगा आपका अब यू विल फील लाइक कि ठीक है
True.
आई एम वेरी फोकस्ड उस टाइम आप दे पाओगे लेकिन वो एक दिन पहले नहीं हो सकता वन डे बिफोर एग्जाम आप ऐसे अगर आपको कोई फोन करके बोले कि ठीक है ज्यादा फील मत करना कल अच्छे से पेपर देना राइट सो यू कैन नॉट डू इन अ वन डे एटलीस्ट फॉर 15 days कंटिन्यूसली अगर आप 10 10 मिनट 15 मिनट अगर देते हो अपनी लाइफ को एटलीस्ट मेडिटेशन करो लाइक थिंक पॉजिटिव अबाउट योर रिजल्ट्स और अबाउट योर एफर्ट्स थिंक व्हाट यू हैव डन टिल नाउ कुछ भी अच्छा सोच सकते हो ना तो एफर्ट डाल के सोचो अगर नहीं आ रहा है अच्छा तो भी एफर्ट डाल के सोचो इट विल हेल्प यू इन अ लॉन्ग रन टेस्ट के बाद भी हेल्प करेगा टेस्ट के बाद ऑल्सो यू हैव टू फेस इंटरव्यूज फिर पीएसयूज में जाना है तो पीएसयू के इंटरव्यूज तब भी वहाँ कंपटीशन एंड नहीं होता एग्जाम के बाद सो यू नीड अ
True.
वेरी गुड एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग माइंड पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट ये बोलूंगी
Really
एंड ऑल द
great. Yeah.
बेस्ट
Yeah. Thank you. Manu, please.
ओके सो एक साल मतलब जितना भी टाइम आपने प्रिपेयर किया है, नाउ इट्स द टाइम टू ईल द मैक्सिमम आउट ऑफ द प्रिपरेशन. जो कम भी पढ़ा हो, ज्यादा भी पढ़ा हो, उसको जितना भी पढ़ा हो मैक्सिमम रिजल्ट निकालना है उससे. तो उसके लिए एक स्ट्रैटेजी, एग्जाम स्ट्रैटेजी हमको तैयार करने हैं. वो तो अभी सब सारे ने मेंशन किया है, जो राजू ने मेंशन किया, 3 स्टेप प्रोसीजर. सो वो आई ऑल्सो यूज टू फॉलो द सेम थिंग. First, I used to attempt the first I go used to go through the whole paper and attempt the easiest ones. That will be like 10 or 15 probably questions, and then I'll go for the time-consuming ones, like the questions which are taking more time to solve equations and all. Then in the last stage only I'll go for the toughest ones. And one more thing, ki don't be greedy. Just do what you can do and have to do. That's all.
True. 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 So yeah, so coming to me, I just like to tell one thing. Okay, like everyone has already mentioned everything, not to repeat that. Okay, so you have just 20 days. Of course, 20 days also a really good time. Okay, if you just follow, if you just made till now 30 marks or 40 marks, of course. Okay, and last year 39 or 36 was the cutoff for XCXL. Okay, so if you're already made 30 or 40 marks, just add 1 marks every day. You're already 60, you have achieved 60 marks, and that is a good marks. Okay, so try for at least if you can increase 1 or 2 marks every day. Okay, that is one thing. With this, all the best. For anything, you can reach out to our contact numbers. That is, you can follow us on social medias and you can find us. Yeah, all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Sumaya,
Thank you.
Ankita, Mansi, and Manu for joining and guiding us. Everyone, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.